gonna say? What was I gonna say? We're gonna talk about today's video. Yeah, okay. Hey guys, it's me Sylvia back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm very excited about. I say that for every video because I'm excited every time I film. Hey guys, nice to see you again. Glad to be here. So today's video we're gonna be doing 3 fall eyeshadow looks because 1 is not enough, honey, okay? I need to give you options. But in all seriousness, this is gonna allow us to really get in depth in the technique, the blending, step by step, how to achieve these eyeshadow looks, because I know I do a lot of product reviews, a lot of full face makeup tutorials, and with a full face, I mean, it's good, you get an overview of what I'm doing basically for my whole face. So there's never enough time to really teach. But for today's video, I'm only focusing on eyes. My face is already completely done. She looks cute, doesn't she? Except I have these like imprints here from the pillow because your girl took a nap and they are not going away. I'm sorry. Please ignore. Do you see them? And today's video is also in partnership with Pat McGrath Labs. I am so excited. I'm finally gonna talk to you guys about her brand new Mothership 5 palette. The Bronze Seduction eyeshadow palette is beautiful. If you guys follow my Insta stories, you saw my extravagant trip to Milan with the Pat McGrath team, and I met Pat herself, and she is amazing. Phenomenal. I am a huge fan of Pat McGrath products, especially the eyeshadows, you guys. They are bomb. So we're gonna create a look with this. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So this is the first eye look that we're gonna do. It's a super glam neutral eye that I feel like can look good with any deep colored lipstick. You know, all those fall lipstick colors that are like deep brown, deep berry colors. It'll look bomb with this. For this eye look, I did only use the brand new Pat McGrath Mothership 5 palette. Honestly, all Pat McGrath stuff comes in really cute packaging. It's kind of like an envelope. You unwind the string, open it up, and you've got the palette inside with 10 beautiful shades in there and formulas like no other, you guys. You're gonna see once we apply. And the shimmers in this palette are not like any other eyeshadow I've ever used. They catch the light and it makes your eye look almost like wet. So ever since I got it in Milan, I've been obsessed with it. I've been wearing it ever since, and now I'm gonna show you how it works. All right, so I've already started by priming my lid using some concealer so we have a nice clean base to start out with. That's really important when you're working with colored shadows or any shadows really. It'll help it just stick to your eyelid better, give you a nice blank canvas so the colors show up better, and if it's a good primer, it'll make your eyeshadow more long lasting. So first, let's go in with the shade Entrapment. I'm gonna take that on a Morphe M513 brush. Make sure you're always tapping off the excess shadow before placing it on your lid. And I'm gonna press that down first right on the outer corner and slowly wiggle the product onto my lid. And then you can start working from there and blending kind of back and forth. We're gonna place this all over the lid, but we want a really nice blown out diffused look. So we're gonna really take our time with the blending above the brow bone. And a big fluffy brush like this is really great for blending the transition shade. The bigger the brush, the fluffier the brush, the more blown out and like soft the eyeshadow will blend out to be. And then as there's less and less shadow on my brush, I can start working more outwards and up to really get that soft look. And I'm gonna kind of flick this out towards the tail of my brow so I can get a nice elongated almond shaped eye. I'm also using the mirror in the palette because it's so big, you can see everything. It's amazing. And I'm just gonna work that shadow really lightly all across my lid using the same kind of just blending technique back and forth as there's less shadow going up and out, and just completely washing the entire lid with that really nice neutral brown shade. And the mattes in this palette are so soft, blendable, not patchy at all. Like the quality of the Pat McGrath shadows is actually like untouchable in my opinion. Definitely an investment, but if you're a makeup lover, then you'll for sure think it's worth it because you can see the difference in the formulas and the way that they apply. And I'm gonna bring that right all the way up to the inner socket of my eye here. So once you have that completely all over the lid, now we're gonna go in with Bronze Blaze. And first I'm gonna take that with a very sparse kind of duo fiber brush here. This type of brush is gonna give us a really light application because I wanna actually bring this up and above the crease so it looks like the glitter and sparkles are kind of dispersing outwards. You know what I mean? Lightly dust the glitter all over the place, and as there's less product on the brush, I'll bring it up and above the crease again, so there's less glitter up there. It's not just gonna be all concentrated on the lid. You can see it goes up and above the crease. So now taking that product on the brush and packing it on my lid and kind of just putting it all over. And that's with a dry brush, how intense that product goes on there. Now watch when I spray my brush. And spraying my brush with some sort of setting spray will just, you know, intensify the formula. Not that this one needs it, but it also just kind of sticks it onto your lid a little bit better. So I'll do that just to make sure it's all packed on there. And then with whatever's left over, again, I'm just gonna blend it up and out. I mean, look at that. My lid looks wet. It is just so stunning. I've never really experienced like a glitter shadow like this without actually using glitter. Now going in with Disobedient, which is the darkest brown, and I'm gonna use a small detailing brush. This is a beautiful chocolate brown. Starting on the outer lash line, just packing it on slowly, staying close to the lash line. So you can see I'm kind of blending it up and out, kind of like if you were to do a little wing there, but we're gonna do a smoky kind of liner instead. Now again, dipping back in, taking that, and we're gonna just line my upper lash line. And usually with like, you know, a smoky eye or glittery eye look, I would be worried about fallout, but these shadows, like, they're magic, you guys. I don't understand it. There's barely any fallout. I'm also gonna bring that just super close to my lower lash line here. And we'll leave that to blend it out in a bit. So now let's go back in with Entrapment. I'm gonna take that on my lower lash line and just connect that outer V smokiness that we have there to the lower lash line. This is also gonna blend that dark brown that we already applied there. Now we're gonna take this beautiful shade called VR Fire Opal, and it's got like this green tint to it. So I'll take that on a Makeup Geek pencil brush and I'll just pack that on my inner corner. Oh, yes, these shadows do not play. They are intense. So I'm just gonna pack that on, blending up and kind of into the shadow on the lid. So then this green glitter can kind of mix in with that gold glitter and there can be a really seamless blend. Now I'm gonna take this bronze eye pencil from Urban Decay called Double Life, and I'm gonna put that right on the waterline, on my upper lash line and lower. This is just gonna help to thicken up the lash line. So when we put the lashes on, it's all gonna look like it's just attached to your actual lash line and not sitting on top. Now let's apply some mascara. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara, and this is really good for volume. Got decent sized bristles. I like this one, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to be covering them up with some falsies in a second. So we're almost done. We're just going to add some lashes for some added drama. I'm going to be using the Hassel lashes in the style Boudoir. This style is going to look especially good with this eyeshadow look just because these are really full kind of lash that are wispy on the tips and they fan outwards towards the outer corner, so it's gonna elongate our eye and add some drama to the outer corner. And there we go, the lash is on. So the first eye look is completely done. Now let's move on to lips. I'm gonna pair the Unfaithful lipstick from Pat McGrath with her Manhattan Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil. So first I'm gonna apply the lipstick. It's got more of a satin finish. I love these lipsticks. They're so comfortable to wear. My lips never feel dried out. Her lip pencils are bomb too. They're really, really creamy and they last a long time. And I'm just creating kind of like an ombre lip because the lip pencil is a little darker than the lipstick. So I'm concentrating that mostly on the outer corners of my mouth and then slowly fading it into the lipstick and blending it in. So whenever I do an ombre lip, I do like to put the lipstick on first because it kind of helps as like a slippery base for the lip liner to blend right here. So I'll only apply the lipstick like in the center like I did, and then I'll go in and blend with the lip pencil. So this completes the first fall look. We got the bronzy, super glittery glam eye. I'm gonna wipe this off my eyes and we'll start on the next look. So this is gonna be look number 2. It's a cranberry, nice smoky eye, and it's kind of like a gradient. You go from nothing to a rose gold glitter to the cranberry. I especially like eyeshadow looks that have a heavy emphasis on the outer corner of my eyes just because it kind of brings them up. I have a very droopy, kind of like deep set eye, and your eye shape really does determine what kind of eyeshadow techniques you should be using or what might look better on your eye shape versus somebody else's. And it took me a long time to kind of know how to work with my deep set eyes. So if you have hooded eyes or deep set eyes, the techniques are pretty similar. And if you don't, then you probably don't have to worry about any of the extra things we have to worry about. So not fair. So for this look, I am using this palette I got in PR from Persona Cosmetics. It's their Color Theory Pink palette. And it actually comes in a really cute case with like this blending brush and an eye pencil, all of which are really great quality. It was the first time I tried out one of these shadows from this brand, and they're bomb. So it makes it really easy to make a look because all these colors, you know, go together. So I'm gonna start by taking the shade Blush, and I'm just gonna take that and put it all on the inner corner, about halfway into my lid, and also on the brow bone because this is a great brow bone shade too. Oh, I already primed my lids, by the way. So this is gonna mattify and then also help make the pink shadow blend into it a lot easier when we go in with that. So we can get a nice smooth gradient. Next, I'm going in with the fuchsia shade, and I'm taking that on a super tapered, tiny blending brush. I find the smaller the blending brush, the more precise I can be, and especially with my small eyes, using a smaller blending brush is like key. Otherwise, I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna concentrate that right on the outer corner, just like we did before, and then slowly build the shadow and blend out using circular motions. As there's less and less on my brush, I will bring it out and flick that out towards the tail of my brow. And that's just something that works with my eye shape. That's why I do that all the time with my shadows, but you don't have to flick it all the way out to the tail of your brow. Oh, I also kept on baking powder to catch any fallout just because I don't want to mess up my face makeup. So once that's on there, I'm gonna go in with burgundy. So I'm gonna take that on my BH Cosmetics pencil brush here, and I'm gonna apply that close to the lash line on the outer corner, kind of like we did with the other look, but we're gonna really focus most of it right on the outer part. First, I'm gonna pack that shadow and then slowly blend up into the pink. I actually want that to get a little bit darker, so I'm gonna use the purple from the Pat McGrath Mothership 5 palette. Beautiful deep plum shade, and I'm gonna pack that on with a small detailer brush. And I'm gonna kind of take this in the shape of a wing. Like if I were to draw a wing there, that's where I wanna apply the shadow and blend up and out into. So now I've got that nice and blended. There's a gradient from the dark burgundy to the pink and then the white. And that's exactly what we want. Now we're ready to apply the glitter transition and an inner corner highlight. So for the rose gold glitter that you see on that eye there, I went in with the Pat McGrath palette again because I can't resist these shadows, you guys, they're insane. And with their rose gold shade right there, I'm gonna take that and pack it on very lightly over that transition stage right there. And because the shadow is so buildable and easy to work with, this makes it perfect for this step because I can just build it a little more intense. Now to intensify it, I'm gonna wet my brush so it has something to stick to. So after the rose gold is on there, I'm gonna go in with a inner corner highlight, and again I'm going in with that Pat McGrath palette, and this is a perfect inner corner highlight. Beautiful icy champagne color. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take those same colors down to the lower lash line, starting with the darkest shade closest to my lash line and then blending out with that pink. Now I'm gonna just throw some mascara on and put on Lily lashes in the style Goddess. So the lash is on, and now I can wipe off that baking powder along with any of the fallout, but the eyeshadows honestly didn't have that much fallout, so I'm very happy about that. And both eyes are done. So for lipstick, I'm gonna go with two ColourPop products. We have their Hello Stranger lipstick and the I Love Seta Mamacita lip pencil. So again, I'm gonna go first the lipstick, roughly, that was a terrible application, but just like kind of roughly all over the place in the center of my lips because I'm gonna use the lip liner to blend it since we're gonna do another ombre lip here. So the lip liner is like a deep, deep dark purple, and then the lipstick's more of like a berry color. So here we have it, look number 2. I love it. It is a pink, purple, burgundy moment. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of colorblind. You guys always call me out on like describing colors weird. I don't know, but I like it. For look number 3, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back to this tomorrow. It is late. I am tired. It'll be like a second for you guys, so don't worry, but your girl's going to go sleep. Good night. See you in a second. All right, so I am back to finish up look number 3, which is this brown, rusty orange, smoky eye with a little pop of yellow in the inner corner there. Too lazy to recurl my hair and put on my shirt from yesterday. You guys know it's been a day. We're not gonna try and hide that. Let's just go right into the third eye look. So I'm gonna use the Armed and Gorgeous palette from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collab, and I'm gonna dip into Access, which is that mustard yellow shade. We're gonna put that right along the crease and above the crease as the transition shade. Again, using a fluffier blending brush and depositing the pigment right on the crease and then blending up and out, back and forth. This eye look is very simple to do. It just takes a lot of patience and a lot of blending and just slowly building the shadows. And I'm gonna take that all the way into the inner corner, which I usually never do because with deep set eyes, putting darker shadows on the inner corner here can really make your eye look more like sunken in than it is. But I'm feeling this look. I never do a smoky eye like this and I love it. it. Oh, I already primed my lid, by the way. Don't forget to prime. I always prime. So once that's all blended out, nice and diffused, we're gonna go in with the orange shade Secure in the palette. The shadow to be the most intense orange right in the crease, and then kind of just fade out from there. Again, bringing that all the way to the inner corner and all along the crease. And I'm not gonna flick the eyeshadow out to the tail of my brow this time. I feel like I wanna keep the smoky eye more circular, more controlled. Now you wanna be careful not to completely cover up the yellow because we still want the yellow showing through. So be controlled with where you're blending out. If you have a hooded lid or deep set lid like mine, where, you know, if you look straight, a lot of your lid is covered up. When you're applying your shadow, you wanna be looking into the mirror back and forth, kind of straight and then bend, so you know where to place the shadow so you can still see it when you're looking straight ahead. So if I'm looking straight and I can't see any of that orange, I know I need to blend a little bit more higher on my brow bone. So once that's completely blended, we can go in with a brown shade, and I'm gonna go in with a mixture of Smooth Criminal and Agent. And I'm gonna just place that right all over the lid where we don't have any shadow, starting from the base of my lashes and blending up. Doing a light layer at first, and then we're gonna build that and go over it a few times. And we're only blending up to the crease and not going above that. And I'm using a brush here that's flat, but it also is quite fluffy. It's just a little bit denser, and so that's gonna allow me to pack that shadow on, but then also buff and blend it into the crease. So once that's on there, we're gonna go right back in with that yellow shade Access, and we're connecting those shadows again to the smokiness that we have on the outer corner here. And I'm gonna bring that yellow all the way down and into the inner corner. Now we're gonna take that orange shade Secure, taking that on a smaller pencil brush, and we're gonna put that a little bit closer to the lower lash line, connecting to that orange shade on the outer corner here and blending in. This one we're gonna only bring to about halfway. Now we can take the brown Smooth Criminal and apply that closest to the lash line, just right up against it and barely blending it down. Now, because I don't want to wear false lashes with this look, I feel like it's dramatic enough. I don't want the lashes to cover my eye completely since I have small eyes. We're gonna stick with just mascara, but before we do that, I am going to line my lashes just so my lashes still look thicker than they actually are, even without falsies. And to do that, we're gonna use the darkest brown in the palette called Prowl, and with a small angled brush, I'm just gonna pat that along my lash line all the way to the inner corner, but keeping it very close to my lash line. To make this easier, you can look down into your mirror like this instead of like this. Now to add a little bit more pizzazz, you can see I have a little bit of glitter kind of dusted all over the lid there. I think that just looks beautiful. It'll catch the light. So I'm going back into that Pat McGrath Mothership palette, and I'm gonna use this shade right here as kind of like a glitter topper. I literally throw this glitter on everything. So I'm gonna take a clean blending brush. This one's just stained, but it's clean, no product on there, and lightly dust onto the shadow. Shake off all the excess glitter. And this is gonna let us kind of dust a really light layer of that glitter on. And I'm gonna apply that all over the lid and kind of blend up and out as there's less and less glitter on the brush. You can put as much or as little as you want. Oh, yes, that's so pretty. Now for the inner corner pop of yellow, which I love, we love it. I'm gonna go in with my favorite colorful palette from BH Cosmetics. This is their Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and it's my favorite for colors. It's so affordable and bomb color payoff. So because I want it to be like a shimmery inner corner highlight, we're gonna take the brightest yellow in the palette and mix it with the white shimmer on the bottom here. Packing that on with a pencil brush right on the inner corner. And there we go. Now we are ready for mascara. I'm gonna be using the Bad Gal Bang mascara just to switch it up. This is one of my favorites right now, especially when I don't wear lashes because it makes them so long. Like those lower lashes, honey, bomb. There we go. So for lips, I'm gonna do something more nude versus the dark lips that we already did. I'm gonna use the Pat McGrath Contour Lip Pencil and just lightly outline my lips. I don't wanna be too heavy-handed with it because we're gonna do a clear lip tint on top. On top of that, we're gonna apply Pat McGrath's Gold Astral Lip Fetish Lip Balm. You can apply it as like a topper over top of any lipstick and it just adds that extra shine and love it. My lips are still hella swollen, by the way. I literally just got them refilled, so no judging. So that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed these 3 different fall eye looks. Let me know which one is your favorite down below, and be sure to tag me in your pictures if you are recreating them, because I love to see my S Club doing the damn thing with makeup. I love you guys. So tag me on my socials at Sylvia Gani. If you're not following me already on everything, like what are you actually doing? That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe before you leave. If you haven't subscribed yet, we're judging you for not subscribing. Like you should already be joined in the S Club. So just hit this button and then watch these other videos. If if you haven't seen them yet. And that's all for now. See you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah. Bye.